Whatever 'tis you need, I shall gladly oblige. A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here? Come to think of it, was there not another task we were to see to somewhere nearby?
Efficiency is not the only factor worthy of consideration.
Look as long as you please.
Oh, what does this say?
Well met. You are come. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the full. Almost hospitality in all Vernworth. You know where to find me.
I fear I've no wisdom to offer. The rules at your feet.
Would you mind coming over here?
You came, sir. I must confess, I feared you would not. But I forget myself. You must be wondering why I asked you here. I should like to speak with an acquaintance of yours, a child with whom I espied you conversing. She is the spitting image of my young master, you see. 'Tis my hope that she might take his place for a time, thereby granting him a reprieve from his sorry situation.
Diana, would you paint my mother a criminal? Perhaps I ought to be the one to explain.
Young master, I meant no offense.
Diana has the right of it, though the situation is not nearly so dire as she makes it sound. I seek only the freedom to leave my own home. My mother is bedridden, you see, and her mind is not so sharp as it once was. Whenever I am absent, she grows terribly distressed. By leaving a look-alike in the house, I hope to ensure her peace of mind while I attend to matters of my own. Would you be willing to lend your assistance? Splendid. Thank you so very much.
'Twas in the slums that I witnessed you speaking with the girl. Would you be so kind as to bring her here?
I have been waiting for you, Arisen.
Suppose I'm tired.
Wait, good. Yourself to death.
Welcome. A crime committed here will see one confined to jail.
I've heard that jailers are paid a pittance, despite the hardships of their work.
Then a bribe might avail us, should the time come.
Wish I'd been born a nobleman, son.
This is generally used as a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
I worked hard today. I think I've earned it.
Must be my winter coat growing in.
Hoy, Arisen! I was hoping you'd come by so I could thank you again for all your help. You really made a difference around here. You wanted to ask me a favor this time? All right. How can I help? So, this noble boy wants me to pretend to be him? I'm not sure that'd work. I mean, I don't know the first thing about being a noble. Besides, are you sure we can trust these people? It all sounds a bit fishy to me. All right, I'll do it. But if I'm not very good at it, it's not my fault, okay?
What are you up to?
Not sure how much longer I can hold out.
I'd rather not draw steel if I can avoid it.
I fancy a kip. But not at the expense of my duty.
Whatever am I to do?
Always another errand to see to.
Follow me, if you would.
I'm the predicament. Wait. I'm the predicament.
Look, young master. She's here.
Indeed. I could be staring into a mirror. Diana, will you dress her and instruct her in her role?
As you wish, young master. This way, if you please, miss.
What a kindness you've done me. Now I can go and fetch a gift for Mother. I'm hoping a little cheer will aid her in her recovery, and a flower from Melve seems just the thing. And she was born there, you see. No doubt her days would be brighter with a memento of her old home by her bedside.
All is ready, young master. You need only finish your preparations for the journey.
You know, the roads around Melve are supposed to be really dangerous. I heard the safest way to get there is to carry something that reeks of Cyclops with you, because it'll scare all the monsters away.
The lands around Melve are rife with poisonous flora. I'd hoped to pack an antidote for the young master, but the shops had none to spare. 'Tis not only poison the plants inflict, but drowsiness besides. Might there not be a curative that accounts for both?
Over here, if you please.
It seems Master Sebastian is lacking a few supplies. Shall we gather what springs to mind?
Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality in all Vernworth. Much obliged.
Buys naught but misgivings. What's your story? That's I've more time than I know how to spend.
Well then, I ought to be off, I suppose. I must confess, I feel rather uneasy. This is my first time leaving the city. I only hope I've not forgotten anything of import. You think I ought to bring some medicine and monster repellent with me? What precisely would you suggest? My thanks. I'm certain these will come in useful. Now, I really must be going. Wish me luck.
Take care, young master.
Come back safe!
Thank you for your aid in all of this, sir. I shall see about procuring you a suitable reward, so pray do come visit us again.
About this?
Spot to while away an afternoon.
Job better be worth it. Bloody early.
Not without its chance.
Wonder how long this job's going.
This place gives me an ill feeling.
Am I shedding? Must be my winter coat. Just remember.
I've somewhere to be.
I'm in no fit state.
I'll gather this. It might be of use.
Can't remember the last.
Say, have I seen you around?
Go on, have a look. Wonder if there's any easy work.
A common reward. Frustratingly so.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
Why's my luck so rotten?
I'm Dilla, he's here.
I'm dead on my feet.
This begs consideration.
Eventually, it's a grand way to wind up a cadaver. I could do with a few
Ain't gonna
more
make any
hours.
coin here.
I mustn't let the captain seem uneasy.
If I could, I'd never do it.
What else needs doing?
I ought to add
Wonder if there's any easy work.
The road's at your left.
My bed calls, and I shan't resist.
I've more time than I know how.
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
Anywhere better than live with a crowd.
Off wandering about again, I see. Why are you so adverse to doing honest work?
You would ask the proud scion of House Berkeley to move crates? To scribble in ledgers? Preposterous!
Albert, cease sense. That pride of yours has already ruined you once before. Do you mean to let it do so again? I don't believe I've had the pleasure, sir. Have we some business I'm unaware of? You mean to tell me that Albert has been playing the part of a beggar? That man who would sooner starve to death than lift a finger in the pursuit of honest labor? If this is a jest, it is in very poor taste. All the same, I shall test the truth of your accusation, and who better to make it plain for us than Albert himself? I will place these clothes somewhere about the house. If he has aught to hide, his reaction when he finds them will doubtless be very telling. You may visit us again in a few days' time. Fear not. I have no intention of causing a fuss.
I quite like it.
There's comfort
wonder how Master Sebastian and Miss Daphne fare of late. Shall we pay them a visit? Certainly, Master. I can take you to this individual.
We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged.
Home at last.
Welcome home, young master.
Thank you, Diana. I am glad to be back. 'Twas a hard journey, but I found what I sought. A blue... I only hope Mother will be pleased.
Oh, a blue sunbright. I thought they were make-believe.
Oh no, they're quite real. Rather rare, though, and particularly to Melv. I'm surprised you've heard of them, to be frank.
Really? Well, there's a picture of one stuck to the inner cover of a book that was donated to the Gracious Hand. I asked Sir Kendrick about it. He told me the flower's name.
A picture, you say? How very odd.
I believe Miss Daphne is describing a bookplate. The book in question will have been a donation from this very house. Indeed, the mistress has been very generous in her support of the Gracious Hand over the years.
For true? Oh, I must tell her thank you.
I think I could arrange that. I'm certain my mistress would be delighted.
Yes. Well, as for me, I'm just pleased to be home safe and sound.
All this racket. What's going on? Good gracious, what is the meaning of this?
Oh, you must be the lady who's been supporting the Gracious Hand. Thank you ever so much for all you've done for us.
What precisely have you told this girl?
Not a word, mistress. I swear it.
Good. As for you, girl, you need not thank me. 'Tis the privilege of the nobility to help those who are less fortunate. Now, 'tis getting late. You had best be off. Do be sure to leave the house unseen. And fare you well, child. Know that where'er life may lead you, you may take pride in who you are. Come, Diana. I would speak with you alone. You have some explaining to do.
What was that all about? Mother seemed awfully perturbed.
I do wonder what that was all about. Though I'm not sure we ought to pry.
A bitter end breeds no satisfaction.
Might not one of the bandits Unworth jail know of the methods employed by thieves and their ilk? Pray, allow me to show you the way.
You have my support.
This isn't much to go on.
A good sleep will ensure we are prepared for the... I witnessed a stunning display of archery on my travels. Methinks our band would benefit from such skills.
Good morrow, everyone.
Come. Much to be getting on with.
A new day, a new perspective.
Wish I could go on an adventure.
By your command.
Won't someone do aught about this?
Sometimes this is the only place I can find peace.
I shall have Albert himself verify your accusation. If he has aught to hide, I expect his reaction to seeing those garments will be very telling. You may visit us again in a few days' time. Fear not. I have no intention of causing a fuss.
Sometimes this is the
All
only
I
place
need's
I
my
can find
help. Anywhere's better than the middle of a crowd.
Won't someone do aught about this?
Throwers.
My head will grow if horse
All this worrying's giving me an achy back.
I'd sooner stay out.
I've trained for this.
Can't remember the last time my pockets jingled. Sets my thoughts down dark paths, this place.
Sir, ought you not be in... Ah, forgive me. You're not a patient, are you? I suppose you must be a visitor. 'Tis a pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name is Eleanor. I have the privilege of serving as abbess here. I regret that I cannot offer you a cup of tea, but I'm in the middle of making my rounds of the patients. Not to mention, I have to find the means to procure more medicinal ingredients. Oh. You wouldn't happen to know someone willing to brave the roads, would you? I know 'tis perilous, but there is one ingredient in particular we cannot afford to run out of. You would procure it yourself? I am grateful beyond words, sir. In that case, might I trouble you to bring me some miasmite? The slums are a bane to the body's humors, and its residents are oft prone to illness. We do what we can with what little we have, but we're always short on helping hand. Your aid is most appreciated, sir. May your search prove fruitful.
Tell is, miasmite can be harvested from phantoms, monsters that wander the world at night.
Yes, of course. I see it now.
Yes, sir. Have you procured what I asked? Splendid. You've my gratitude. Unfortunately, I can give you little more than that. Forgive me, but I must return to my rounds directly. Ah, but in place of a reward, mayhap I could give you a tour of the premises. Only if you've the time and inclination, of course. What say you? Would you care to accompany me? As servants of the gracious hand, we provide whatever treatment we can to those unfortunate who are stricken by maladies. Yet, at times, 'tis not enough. Perhaps you will recall the parents who were here when you first arrived. An unfortunate pair. They've suffered no few hardships in the slums, and now even their poor son Lubomir has fallen ill. By chance, he was examined by a roaming man claiming to be a doctor. Yet, the family had not the money for the medicine he required. So, he was put into our care. Here he is. This young man is Lubomir. We've been administering the medicine recommended by the doctor who examined him, but he has yet to show any sign of recovery. To be perfectly honest, I doubt the soundness of that so-called doctor's judgment. After all, there is no shortage of ne'er-do-wells out there, willing to claim their medicine the only cure, that they might inflate its price. But I suppose I ought not say such things so openly. At any rate, I'd best continue on my rounds. Pray, stay as long as you wish. Come, come. We've medicine to prepare. We've enough to make a fresh batch now, thanks to a kind donation.
Psst! You there! Help me! Listen, the sisters here are good to us, but I'm growing weaker day by day. It started with a slight fever, and now I can scarce lift myself up. See that empty bed? An old man was lying in it till just a few days past. He told me he was feeling better, that he'd be well enough to leave anon. And now he's... Mayhap I'm just imagining things. I hope that's the case. And yet... Gah... Something isn't right about this place. Pray, should you hear any queer rumors about the Gracious Hand, come tell me of them, won't you? I'd see to it myself, but I can hardly move.
My prayers will surely be rewarded in the hereafter.
What trouble is festering in his heart?
Might you be a friend of Lubomir's? He's seen better days, hasn't he? There has been talk of sending him down to the basement, should his condition fail to improve. That is, the basement sick room, where our most critical patients convalesce under the Abbess's care. None of the other sisters are permitted entry, including myself. Teles, she gives the patients a special medicine. I know not what kind. At times I hear strange cries and moans drift up from below. Which is to be expected. Those who come here suffer all manner of afflictions, you see. And yet, a part of me is afeared for them.
So, the worst of us are taken to the basement. Mayhap that's the source of the queer voices I hear at night. And none save the Abbess can enter? If the gracious hand has a secret, 'tis the Abbess who keeps it, I reckon. You've done this much for me. Would you be willing to go further? I must find out what goes on down there. Oh, you've my thanks. I just can't stomach the thought of lying here not knowing. Of course, all the better should your search come to naught. But if you do find aught amiss down in that basement, it must be the Abbess's doing. Should you find evidence fit to implicate her, will you help me see to it that justice is carried out? See, I've already reported my suspicions to the Sentinels, and we've arranged a signal. If you apprehend the Abbess, they'll know to come and arrest her. So I beg you, sir, find the evidence you need, if it exists to be found.
To get to the bottom of what is happening at the Gracious Hand, we shall have to acquire evidence of any misdeeds.
You have my support.
How might we enter the basement sick room?
Well said.
The pursuit of betterment is an endless journey.
Mayhap I ought to be getting home.
Best be heading home.
Death comes for me next. I am sure of it.
Isn't there anything to do round here?
Just nodded off for a moment there.
Like it or not, I must go where duty calls me.
Lot of arses round here with sticks lodged up 'em. The hours seem to fly when I'm not sure what got me out of bed at this hour.
What shall I do?
Bit bland. Can I throw in? Bad rowdy. Days like this. Time to heading home.
I ought to turn in. Tranquil place.
My business.
I will use this opportunity to gather my strength.
Ah, Sir Arisen. I've been meaning to speak with you. Did you, perchance, pay a visit to the House of the Blue Sunbright? I see. After the rather strongly worded letter I received, I feared as much. 'Twas under unique circumstances, shall we say, that Daphne came to reside with us. You must understand, The House of the Blue Sunbright is our most generous benefactor, and their favor hinges upon our continued discretion. Thus, for the sake of all who reside herein, I beg you to steer Daphne away from any further contact with that household. Though it pains me to perpetuate the girl's misfortune, it must be done if the gracious hand is to continue to function.
Do you perchance remember me? You once knew me as maid to the young master, Sebastian. Well, I'm his maid no longer. Though I meant no harm, the mistress saw fit to turn me out. Tell no other soul of this, but the girl I had you fetch was none other than Sebastian's own twin sister. Afeard of inviting conflict over their inheritance, Daphne's family branded her a cursed babe and sent her away. Yet the loss of her newborn child drove the mistress half mad with grief. She's been bedridden ever since. I had hoped the sight of her long-lost daughter might rekindle some vital spark within my mistress. But alas... it would seem it was not to be.
Our master has given us an order. Surely you do not intend to disobey?
How might we enter the basement sick room?
Well said.
What should I do?
Not but misers and always another errand to see.
Mayhap I really would have been better off if I'd have taken a wrong. Their nobles do nothing but just sweetmeats and ale.
I shall wait. Mayhap 'twould serve us well to track down the former patients mentioned in these records of treatment.
You have my support.
You're back. Pray, tell me, have you found anything? What? You found a medicine used only in the basement sick room? I don't like the sound of that. Do you think... Could I trouble you to look into this as well? Mayhap you could show it to the doctor I saw before coming here. Radcliffe, his name was. He's staying in the rest town. Pray, sir, do what you can. I must know.
Methinks we would do well to bring this medicine to Sir Ratcliffe, the doctor over in the rest town.
You're back. Pray, tell me, have you found anything? These look like records of treatment. Johann and Bruno. I know these two. They left here not long ago, fit as a pair of fiddles. I recall them being especially meek to the abbess. Mayhap that's what got them out safely. At any rate, they may know aught of use. Loath as I am to ask more of you, perhaps you would speak to them in my stead?
Places such as this ought to be protected.
I'm ill at ease here.
What did I do to deserve this?
I'd sooner not have
See what's
Even after a day of
Lady Eleanor's a goodly person, a saint-like. Her earnest care saw me back to full health. I wavered between life and death for quite some time in that basement sick room, and she watched o'er me through it all, bless her. Can't say as I miss that basement, mind. 'Tis an eerie place, dark and shadowy, filled with the moaning of the sick. Suppose 'tis only to be expected, given the state of those assembled. I'm sure I was moaning too.
Elena? Ah, yes. The Abbess of the Gracious Hand. A fine woman by all accounts. I was in her care once myself. But I must admit, I've always felt there's something off about her. You see, I was only a little under the weather when I entered her care. But then I started getting sicker and sicker till I was certain death would come for me. In the end, I survived, but methinks I was one of the lucky few. So many died down there. And once, I saw her, the abbess, meeting with a strange man. She handed him a large parcel, all wrapped up, and he gave her something small in return. You'd think 'twere medicine, but I'd not have bought medicine from a man like that. He had the look of a scoundrel about him. They were whispering, but I did hear one of them say aught about keeping quiet. 'Tis well suspicious, eh? Where'd they meet? 'Twas in the square in the eastern part of the common quarter, and always a night, as I recall.
Time to go home and write down barely drag my ass out of bed.
If I sleep on my woes, mayhap
I feel more welcome here than any place else.
Suppose I ought. Now here's a welcome sight.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
Walking everywhere is certainly tiring.
This ox cart will not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
At least I can.
Healing. Allow me. Wait a moment.
I'll take any chance.
Time to be heading home.
Aye? In need of a doctor, are you? What's this you're giving me? Oh, I see. You want me to run some sort of test on this? Determine what manner of substance 'tis? Interesting. Well, you've certainly piqued my curiosity. Whatever your reasons, I'll take a look. Naturally, I'll need a bit of time with it. Come back again in... oh, I don't know. Later.
I'll take any chance.
Only fools and urchins boast of their coin.
Oh, the sun shines.
Need anything?
The spirit of a woman half my age.
Fine battle today.
I'll gladly stay a while.
No shortage of easy marks.
Ah, there you are. You've come at a good time. I've just finished running those tests. I must ask, where did you acquire that concoction? 'Tis a fell thing you got there. To be plain, 'tis more poison than physic. It has the potential to heal one's ailment, certainly, but only if they could survive long enough, which isn't likely. Worse still, it has addictive properties that are likely to cause the patient to become dependent on its deadly effects. I say patient, but I should hope whoever made this did not intend it as a method of treatment. You'd have to be well and truly mad to attempt such a thing.
We've made it then. What's our first order of business, Arisen?
All I've got left of my aches and pains.
There must be great fun. At least I have
Blessed
full
be
belly.
weak servants.
Nothing ever seems to happen round here.
You're back. Pray, tell me, have you found anything? These look like records of treatment. Johann and Bruno. I know these two. I recall them being especially... At any rate, they may know...
This place never fails to calm my spirit.
This place makes my hair stand on end.
Mayhap dreams will reveal to me that...
Just nodded off for a moment there.
This hustle and bustle puts me right at home.
Naught but fright,
I'm dead on my feet after today's training.
Might as well take a look while you're here, eh? Need anything? Stop by again soon.
Our packs are heavier, and our purses far lighter.
We've a journey to prepare for after all. We can't afford to cut corners.
If I drop dead now, who would mourn me?
You don't know a town till you've met its people.
Can't remember the last.
I've just recalled a little tidbit I heard from the locals.
Regarding the Vermundian military, yes?
Indeed. Tell is, there's been a shift in the chain of command.
I'll feel a sight better once I've had my dinner.